What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie Easter egg video. So we are going back to the late 80s and the 90s with this Chip and Dale reboot, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm a huge Disney kid, and I loved that show as a kid. And one of my favourite things, or earliest memories, is going to Epcot and actually getting a Chip and Dale toy. But I digress. Let's break into this action-packed meta movie. You may have seen some of them already online, but let's jump in. So at the start of the movie, we see quite a few different castles here. We see the Sultan's Palace, Elsa's castle from Frozen, and Prince Eric's castle from The Little Mermaid, which is very cool. Now we meet our kids at a very young age, and we actually have what looks like Benny the Cab from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And when Chip and Dale first meet to have lunch, one of them has a Knight Rider lunchbox, which is of course, from the show Knight Rider. Don't hassle the Hoff here. Now, later on we have a Mickey Mouse alarm clock, which I always wanted as a kid. And, well, when they're doing their talent show, we see an Autobot from Transformers. Now, going on forward here, we do have their backstory as their time on Rescue Rangers. And, well, of course, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And I think it's very clever that they are Chip and Dale who played the Rescue Rangers in the movie. Very clever here. Now, while the episode doesn't exist of Fat Cat Attack, we do see Fat Cat, a Rescue Rangers villain there. And we even see the actual director here, Akiva Schaffer, show up in a role. Very cool there. Now, at the party, we see the three little pigs, and we see Roger Rabbit dancing with Chip and Dale, who this movie owes its entire existence to, because that was a groundbreaking movie there. Now, of course, on the DJ is Paula Abdul and MC Scat Cat as well, which is wild there. Of course, they were both in the video Opposites Attract for her song there as well. And we also have the heartbreak of the pair splitting up, as one of them, of course, Chip, decides to leave and pursue a solo career with Double O Chipmunk, a reference to the Rescue Rangers episode Double O Super Spy. Now, moving on, we go to the fan con, where there is a plethora of things here, where we see Mario and Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. We have Fat Thor, Ash Ketchum, and Jack Sparrow. Quote there. We also have Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and we see someone with Sonic the Hedgehog's iconic hair, and we have a Princess Leia and Kylo Ren. There is also an actual animated Sailor Moon that can be seen at the front, as we wait for Baloo, who hilariously here comes out in his live-action CGI version instead. Brilliant. Now, we have Lumiere as well from Beauty and the Beast. That's kind of obvious. We have Tigra as well from The Avengers United They Stand, which was set in the Marvel Universe there. And we have, oh my god, Ugly Sonic. You may remember this iteration of the character from the movie posters, and I believe he was actually in the trailer as well. It escapes me here, before he was redesigned due to fan backlash. Absolutely hilarious. Now, we cut to Chip, and we see Flounder from The Little Mermaid has gone missing. In the freezer, we have Ice Age ice cream with Scrat on the label. We also have Frozone's Food Veggie Medley, and Looney Tunes pasta with Foghorn Leghorn on there. Of course, as well, we have Alvin and the Chipmunks, who are now to be rapping, which is really funny. And the fact that Chip doesn't like rap makes sense, because I believe he had Lamb of God playing on his life-size AirPods. Now, he's called by Monterey Jack / Monty to come and help him, and Flounder goes missing. Now, what is hilarious is that the Valley Gang are people who make bootleg movies. You may remember way back when VHS tapes were a big thing, and we started getting bootleg movies. It's hilarious because I had Christmases where I was bought Pocahontas, but I had a different version from the market. I had a dodgy copy of Lion King. Yeah, it sucked. You never got the Disney one. And that's a whole thing. There's a few YouTube channels which go deep into that detail as well. Now we have posters for Fast and the Furious Babies, Mr. Doubtfire, which is absolutely taking the mick out of what this is doing, bringing old franchises back. And we have Batman vs. E.T., which Chip is watching later, which is pretty much, of course, a play on Batman vs. Superman. Now, when the police arrive at Monty's, we can see one of the cars, which is in the style of, cars. Now, we have the police officers Winchell and Duncan, who are the security staff for Sugar Rush, in Wreck-It Ralph. And we have Main Street, USA, the iconic part of Disney parks, which is brilliant. As we see more cars, we see Muppets, we see Linda Flynn Fletcher, Phineas and Ferb's mother, and we see Max, Prince Eric's loyal sheepdog as well, which is so funny. And we have Muppets and many countless ones here. Now later on, when we arrive in Uncanny Valley, which is that dark days of early 2000s animation where it just looked absolutely awful, like Polar Express. You know that meme there. We have two cats from Cats who are fighting, and we have Seth Rogen, as the characters say, with Polar Express eyes, which, yeah. Now, in the trash, we can see Luxo Jr., or Pixar balls, and a Shrek body wash. How did they get the rights to all of this stuff, I ask? Now, the leader of the Valley Gang is Peter Pan, who is actually voiced by Will Arnett. Now, interestingly, the actor who voiced Peter Pan back in the day had a similar path. It didn't go too well for him. He explains his scam he's got going when he has Beauty and the Beast, Casper, and Lady and the Tramp dodgy movies. We also see a Rapunzel doll, and on the billboards we also see Lego Miserable, which is a spoof of Les Miserables. Interestingly, we have Randy Marsh appear as well in the sauna, and we have some nuts featuring Moana themed branding. Just absolutely weird. Absolutely weird. Now, the docks have characters such as Sideshow Bob, Flounder, Gus from Cinderella, Tweedledum and Tweedledee from Alice in Wonderland, Jiminy Cricket, Syndrome from The Incredibles, the Pink Panther, Garfield, and Sneezy. Now, as well as this, later on, we see some animation styles of The Simpsons, Rick and Morty, and some anime styles as well. In the evidence room, we do go on to see Jimmy Neutron's hair, Samurai Jack's sword, Detective Pikachu's tail, Shenron from Dragon Ball Z's body, the Pink Panther's mouth, Monty's moustache, a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts, a Smurf hat, Rocky and Bullwinkle's Rocky the Flying Squirrel's cap, a Krusty Krab employee hat, Mickey Mouse's glove, Mr. Potato Head's torso, Robin Hood's hat, Momo the Winged Lemur's ears from Avatar The Last Airbender, and Pete's peg leg from Mickey Mouse and Friends. And we have Ickis's left ear and mouth from Real Monsters, which is slept on far too much. Now, when the Rescue Rangers go on from this, we do see Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle, and even Butthead from Beavis and Butthead, which is brilliant. Now, again, at the convention, we do have someone cosplaying as George Lucas, and we have the Queen of Hearts, Pickle Rick, a Lego minifigure Deadpool, Borat, Bender, Speed Racer, Ash Ketchum, Ewok, and Geralt from The Witcher. This feels very much like what Wreck-It Ralph should have been. Now we have Paul Rudd discussing a superhero film called Ant-Man, which, of course, Ant-Man, you know. We have the Rescue Rangers bump into the main six from My Little Pony, and then Cubby, and, well, many, many others. It's absolutely wild. We see He-Man and Skeletor. We have a Voltron and Doc McStuffins. And we have a medley of Seth Rogen's animated characters such as B.O.B., the Viking Dwarf from this, Mantis from Kung Fu Panda, and Pumbaa from The Lion King 2019. And then we see the bootlegs as well. We see Marie's bow, John Silver's jacket from Treasure Planet, a slept-on classic, Ralph's left arm, Shredder's right arm, Bonsai Bill's from, yes, Super Mario franchises. Yes, Bonsai Bill's from Super Mario, we're awaiting that. Woody's right leg, Optimus Prime's left leg, and Mickey Mouse's shorts. We then see a knockoff of Winnie the Pooh, and as we close the movie, we see many, many saved people such as Phineas, Abu from Aladdin, Woody Woodpecker, Samurai Jack, Jiminy Cricket, Zazu Patrick, Launchpad McQuack, icon, Mason Pines from Gravity Falls, or Dipper, don't know why I said that, Fred Flintstone, Tigger, Cheshire Cat, Naruto, Gus, Sneezy, Flounder, Bambi, Tiana from Princess and the Frog, and Monty, as well as a purple Care Bear. And in the closing mid-credits, we have Darkwing Duck, which I can't believe we haven't got a Darkwing Duck show just yet. Wild. But that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a like down below. Do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.